Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti, and this is Making Comics and Art, episode 75. So let's see if we can do a thing here. Never fails when I'm okay. Never mind. When I'm just about to do something I get okay, I should probably open that. Yeah, everybody starts messaging me. But such is the way. So I haven't been here in a little while, and it's because as soon as I start doing things, then what am I talking about? I'm trying to do 5 things at once. Figure me. Let's see if I can get this. No, I don't want that. I do want this. Okay. All right. So I posted on my social media that I'm selling retro art. And as soon as it works, come on, come on. Why is it not working? Cancel, cancel, cancel. Sorry. Clunky start to my show. Why is it not? Anyway, see if we can get out of this. Off to a great start. Hopefully you hear me. Let's try this once more. All right. Where are you? Okay. Where are you? Really? Yeah, screw it. All right. Yes, I'm having issues. No? All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Screw it. Hey, everybody. Let's start this again. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studio. And today we are making comics and art episode 50, 57, 75. Burp, 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 burp. We're just running on all cylinders. All right, I was going to share some pages, but if you go to my Facebook or my Twitter, I posted them all, at least what I have for sale at this point in time. And it's not something I wanted to do right now, but I think it's my best shot at getting some kind of stability to my existence. Lots of things are happening, but I find myself constantly behind the eight ball. I was meaning to stream on a regular basis, and that didn't happen, and just life has been too challenging. So figured the best case scenario would be to post the virtual artwork. It's essentially the first 5 pages of the comic. There's 28 pages in all story. The cover and 2 pinups, and all of that is penciled by Rich Fuchsia. And it's probably going to be the best pages of the book for a number of reasons. I spent a lot more time on them than I'm giving myself on these later pages. Really took my time. Super proud of it all. And I'm hoping that, if I could sell all of it or even a batch of it, I could be ahead of the curve for once. As you know, I got other paying gigs and commissions and artwork I'm producing. And it seems like every time I get my head above water, it's only for the briefest of times. So how do you buy these pages or pinups or the cover from me nowadays? Well, considering I have an art rep, and I was just told that the website is up And Philip is slowly getting everybody's artwork up there. That you can go to the website. I imagine it's legendaryillustrations.com. Could be wrong, but you can find them on Facebook and Instagram. But yeah, so the way to do it is to get in touch with Philip, and he'll ask what you're interested in, more than likely, and get your price, and you proceed to make it happen. A lot of love and care went into all the work. And I'm still, I still care about the latter pages. At the same time, I'm feeling more of the pressure of, I just got to get this book done. It's far way off schedule, but it's slowly moving forward. Like I said, I got other commitments. Being freelance, that's just the way of the world, that world. I will mention another recent happening is, for the longest time, I've had a decent size cage in my apartment, and I haven't used it. Like, I think I tried it initially when I first got it to house my cats so that they can I can get more work done and have them off my back. But they initially freaked out, and so this morning I said, enough is enough. I got to get a whole lot of work done, and there's no way it's going to happen unless I really have more time to work on all the things I have to work on. So I put them in the cage, and they were not happy. But they're there now. I think at this point, hopefully sleeping. And occasionally hear something. Stirrings. But yeah, so it's just the way it's got to be. I mean, if they were in a pet store, they would be caged. If they were even being fostered, they would probably be caged. So I gotta turn off my brain, because I was like, oh, they don't want to be in there, and I take them out, and that's no good for them, no good for me. Hey, people in the chat, thanks for showing up. I was off to a rocky start here, but Crimson Owl Comics, otherwise known as Ronnie, welcome. And we have Nefarious. What's up, comic fans? Welcome, guys. Thanks for keeping me company. It's been a year. God damn it. Oh, I'm slightly going out of my mind. I'm so overwhelmed with all I need to do. And yeah, just talking about my cats. I have to keep them in the cage during the day is my, I guess, goal. so I can get more work done. Because if I actually bring in a good salary over the next 6 months, say, we could all potentially move to a new place, and I would have a separate studios place. It's a separate studio room. So what are you guys up to this morning? What you working on? And Nefarious, I was thrilled to see you finally got the package I sent out. I know you mentioned possibly doing an unboxing, and I would be cool with that. If you haven't checked out the Nefarious's new channel, Global Frequency, or The Global Frequency, him and his friend Garrett are putting together what looks like to be a strong, fun channel. So if I don't have your link, I forget if I added it to my Linktree links. I know I added a bunch of crowdfunders there not too long ago. I should probably move over just a tad. I ink away. Let's see. Let's do it. Yeah, I've just been crazy lately. And I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna push forward. Because sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you just gotta push the world out of your brain and just focus on being productive. And that's what I gotta do. Because the world isn't helping keep me focused. I'm really curious if I can get this thing working. I don't understand why it didn't work. I should be able to share. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, don't let me down. And it's not showing up. Sorry I had to mute for a moment. What were you talking about? Yeah, let's show it. Show the comments. It's funny. If you go watch a video that that just streamed, the chat doesn't show up. It takes actually literally a day for chat to show up again. You got to process it and whatever. Anyway, that's why I share comments within the video. What was I talking about? I was talking about you. I was talking about you, that you got my package, and that you mentioned possibly do a unboxing or enveloping, and I was cool with that. And I pimped your channel. You should also go check out Crimson Owl Comics if you're into horror. They're Ronnie and his friend, our friend, Jason, review horror comics, among other stuff. Oh, I will mention, I think I got it set up here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm probably just going to do this one more time. So let me share. I do have an art contest. Free retro art contest runs until tomorrow. I was hoping to do this a lot more, but okay. So the winners are, one of them is Aaron, who's here, otherwise known as Nefarious. My friend Doug, my friend John, and also Frank Salazar is the newest addition who won for posting a comment on my last video. And that's all you have to do is post a comment after the stream, and I'll announce the winner in the next stream. All drawings will be shipped at the same time once the contest is over. And actually, once I get to making those pieces, which is yet another item on my list of things to do. I've been so I don't know, pulled in 100 directions, but as long as I make it out of this year alive, I'm happy. I know a lot of you probably feel the same way. It's been freaking most challenging year I've had. And it seems like as soon as I want to really raise the stakes of what I'm doing is when I get clobbered from all sides. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all going to work out in the end. There's lots of definitely a lot more people out there getting challenged by life now. Heck yes, I did. We're going to tear that sucker open on camera. That should be fun. I look forward to that. Thanks for the shout out. Oh, my pleasure. And Peter's been pulled in 100 different directions, but all of them will lead to success. One can hope. One can hope. Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to I gotta get a heck of a lot more work done, which is why I'm glad I have an art rep now. But it's going to take time for that to really get into effect. Actually, he messaged me the other day. He's like, "What do you want to do samples of one of the pencilers that he has in his group of people that he's repping?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to, but now's definitely not a good time for that." I mean, I could pretty much ink anybody, and I think most people know that. But obviously, he's going to be talking to publishers and creatives looking for to fill out the team on various things, and they want to know for a fact that I can ink this person or that person or whatever, or just like for Philip to show this is a bunch of people I have in my stable, and this is actually a couple of them working together and samples thereof. I'll probably have more time next year to get into that. I want to get retro done. I want to get some other commissions done. I want to move forward on some inking projects I'm doing. And it's like, yeah, getting it from all sides, but you know, you gotta love the chaos, and it's good to be in a position I'm in currently, for however crazy it sounds. So we got Farius. Oh, tell people to get on the Discord. I was pretty active on there too. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know, there's a number of great comic related Discords. All the peoples in the chat and myself are part of the AAA Discord, which is Marshall Lee's Discord group, and that's got, I don't even know, it's got over 100 people on it. And yeah, if you want to keep up with what everybody's up to, what everybody's working on, people show off art, people ask questions, people, you know, beginners and professionals alike. I guess I'd be one of those professionals. I'm not sure. Sometimes I don't. A lot of times I don't feel like the go-to guy, but you know, I have amassed a certain amount of knowledge over the years. But yeah, that's definitely one to go check out. I guess if you just go on Discord and type in AAA, you might find it. Other than that, I should really start posting the links to the select few that I'm a part of. There used to be one for the 100s gang, and now it's called something else, run by Mike Emirates. That's a good one too. I don't know if it has an open invite though. AAA does. But yeah, it's a great way to show off what you're doing, get some input, promote yourself, meet a lot of other like-minded individuals. And I've always mentioned that, you know, eventually I'll get one of my own up there so that you can specifically see a lot of what I'm up to and got going on, and maybe things I can't share elsewhere. Maybe. I probably signed some NDA to some of it, so such is the way. But yeah, I was thinking earlier, it's like, okay, so I use StreamYard, which pretty much everybody knows. And if you're using it, not the free version, which is limited, there's a pay version where you can do all the fancy stuff like I'm doing. Where you can have, let's see, one of these going on. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, because you love what I do. Trying to pass 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, so you can't do that in the free version, I believe. And you can't switch out. Yeah. Here's my comic brand. Once I start publishing comics, it'll be under Has Comics, dude. Because I'm crazy like that. Yeah, so Has is from Human Art Studio put together. um, and yeah, all that fun stuff. But I was thinking, what I'm probably going to do, I have the paid version until just before Christmas Eve. It runs out again. Um, if I didn't pay for that throughout this year, and I guess I only subscribed 4, maybe 5 times. I mean, it's money I could have used elsewhere. Um, I'm probably going to go back to the free version, at least until I get on top of all my bills and the cost of a lot of other stuff I want to focus on. Um, which is kind of a drag, but then I'll just do shorter stream updates until I really get going. I want to do another crowdfunder next year. For retro, anybody who's missed pledging to the first one will have an opportunity, but not until those that have already pledged have their copy in their hand. So I'll make that happen. So just finding out that my art rep got his website up definitely makes me want to go check it out, make sure my artwork is showing. I already gave him a ton of stuff, and now I'm giving him the okay to post some of this retro art for sale. And I'm curious what the website looks like and how well people can go check out my work as opposed to the other people part of it. All that jazz. You always want to make sure you're represented as best you could be. I know that once I get a few books out there, following retro, I got a book called Arena, and that's sort of going to be my anthology book, kind of with a twist. And really excited to bring that to people. It was originally a webcomic and it was going to be a one-shot. But then I thought I'd build on the story. And, the original idea behind stuff like Marvel Comics Presents and what was it, DC Showcase, was to have other creators, actually like writers or artists or inkers or colorists, like really pretty much using their characters and trying out sort of a tryout kind of thing. Like, here's some actual work. Let's see what you can do. And I think I'm going to focus my series Arena on like that, where I have other people join me and see how we work as a team together and on short little story or something. And while it will build on the arena mythos, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right. It's always weird when the video glitches. I mentioned that I've seen other people streaming and the video do that, so I know it's not just me. Not sure why it does it. If I had a different camera, I wouldn't do that. I don't know. What else can I promote? Well, if you haven't already, there's tons of links in the video description. In my link tree, I mentioned before, there's 5 crowdfunders happening now. I changed them up. New ones come, old ones go, or at least they're no longer live. So yeah, I like to help promote as I can. So let me talk about some stuff I've been watching, which I finally finished season 2 of Dark on Netflix. It's a German show, and you kind of think it's one thing when it starts, turns into something else entirely. It's a really good show. Great acting, great writing. It's a lot to take in. And I think at some point I'd love to rewatch it knowing where it's like all headed. I definitely recommend it. I did watch, are they both Christmas? Well, Uncle Frank, which wasn't, I don't think it's Christmas. It's family. I think some of it took place over the holidays, but it's a great movie. I freaking love The Vision, Paul Bettany. He's always great. It's actually like him playing the Vision is limiting his acting ability, but I know him originally from Knight's Quest. I might have seen him before, but he was awesome in that. But that was a really good movie. The girl in it had a show on Netflix. It only ran one season, and it was canceled. I don't know. I don't think they gave a reason why. I mean, stuff come and go constantly on Netflix. I think the title was "I'm Not Okay with This," and I forget her name, but freaking awesome show. I guess it left at a place where it was like, okay, we don't get a second season of this, but I'm okay. I'll survive. It's like I love the characters and the way the story was told, and she's amazing. She's a lot of fun. It's totally funny. I think she's going to do great work. But what was the other one? Oh, Season. I forget if Happiest Season, I think it was called. And that was Christmas. That was Mackenzie Davis and Twilight Girl. I should remember her name. Kristen. Is it Kristen Stewart? Both really good. Good movie. And both movies deal with, coming out, which should be obvious. Definitely different tones to each of them, but similar in pretty much theme. Very, one's very heavy, one's crazy, but kind of light. Both were well done. And what else? What I mentioned earlier is trying a thing with my cats. I have 2 girls, and I need to get a lot more work done. Can't do it in my current apartment because I don't have a separate studio space. So I had this cage where you can put cats in, small dogs, I guess. And I always felt crappy about putting them in there because they don't love it. But meanwhile, with them in there, and if I'm working, I don't have to worry about them like sneaking up on me and jumping on the desk and knocking over my ink bottle, or walking through my feet, like really just scaring the hell out of me because I'm concentrating on trying to make them artwork, whatever the case may be. I can't understand how a lot of artists, and a lot of comic artists do have cats. But I can't understand for the life of me how a lot of them work with cats just roaming around the studio while they're working. It befuddles me. Because I work traditionally, I just can't have them screwing me up. And the cats, they don't do it intentionally. So the only solution I see is, for the time being, putting them in the cage. If you have a pet, what do you do? Curious. They are cats, and they're tameable to a degree, but not if I'm focused doing something else. Trust me, if all I had to say was, hey, go sit in this chair over here that's near me and chill out and don't bother me, and they listen, then man, I can make a lot of money training people's cats then. That's the ticket. So let's see. You can't see it totally clearly, but so Rich penciled Retro essentially with light brown hair. Like, there's a lot of detail to more of his close-ups, but it's still relatively light how he penciled it. So because I get to ink it, I get final say. I'm making it a darker brown, so I'm adding more white or more line work as I see fit in. Yeah, I have a very particular vision of what I want Retro to look like. And, when after I finish work on the first one, I'm going to be penciling the second one. So I'll have all the say on exactly what he's supposed to look like. And, part of it will be my style and approach will also dictate that, but there is certain things that I will incorporate more when I'll be doing 100% of the artwork, and I'll also be coloring, which I've decided, if you didn't hear me say already, I'm very interested in coloring my own work, not because I look forward to the painstaking process of it all. I don't. It would be me tackling artwork 3 times, because I'd be penciling, then inking, then coloring. But after reading thousands of comics throughout my life, even before this became my career, I was always thinking about certain colorists or certain coloring jobs. And I'm going to take a stab at it. Whether I continue throughout the series, I mean, at this point in time, I'll say I will, because, you know, as a fan of comics, I'm totally engaged in books that have the same ongoing theme. And retro is my flagship, so retro will be totally me. And the other books, you know, the other superhero books I'll be doing will be with other artists, and, you know, those will be like we're working more as a team. But retro will be all me. And I look, you know, really look forward to delivering it all. Oh, thanks for coming by, Nefarious. Gotta go edit a video, bro. Thanks for the stream. Catch you next time. All right, buddy. Next time. Yeah. So I know, like, I've drawn retro and I've drawn them a bunch of times, but it's figuring out, you know, it's not only giving them, you know, these kind of gloves, these kind of boots, this kind of belt, this kind of outfit, this kind of hairstyle. You know, it's like also discovering the best ways in which things work. You know, I want you to be able to, you know, look at a page and say, okay, there's retro there, there's retro there, there's retro there, making them as distinctly stand out as possible. I guess part of the reason why, you know, I'm making him, it's pretty much red, like the reddest red you could find, and then purple, and there's a wide range of purple. And I still, you know, it's like I'm still undecided upon the final purple he should be. But, you know, I think the way I did a color sample using the cover image, I think I'm happy with that, which I gave to Marshall, who's coloring the first issue. Yeah. You know, once everything's turned in, then I can look it all over and give the final okay on everything, and maybe tweak some stuff. We'll see. It's always nothing is nothing is set in stone until it's printed. You know, is my frame of mind. You know, it's really interesting if you get a regular team on a book to follow them for 10, 20, 30 issues and see how their interpretations changed and become, you know, more fine-tuned over time. And, you know, maybe maybe they get bored, so they liven things up by, you know, altering the costume or the look just a tad. You know, it's like that to me has always been the best part of comics. You know, it's an art form first. Like, you know, you see the pages, you see the images, and to have the same team ongoing. I mean, look at the first issue of Fantastic Four. And that's very different than, I'm not sure what was his last issue, Jack Kirby. I know at least he went to 115, maybe a little more. And yeah, everybody was globs the first issue. And then it was so tight and so beautiful. As they did, you know, more and more books. And, you know, I want to be able to do 50, 60, 90, 100 books myself. Yeah, and in many ways, I hope that, like, all the problems, all the issues, all the delays, all things not going right are with the earlier issues. You know, once I start really getting on the schedule and getting books out, I hope I have a lot more nailed down as far as the process goes, and you know, on the other books, working with other people and all that jazz. But yeah, you know, it's like, I have this character, I have others who are going to be following him, and thereby, you know, I have my small hero universe and create bigger stories by putting the various characters together in situations. You know, I'm going to be doing a team book, so I'm really excited about possibilities of so much I'm going to be focused on doing. Yeah, comics are freaking fun. You just gotta understand. Just gotta understand. All right, so what's that? Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, it's very tiny, but I got darkness here, there, darkness here, there, because it's like a dirty brown. You know, there'll be obviously, like, I say obviously a lot, but it's not obvious. Be like yellow highlights, depending on how close, if it's close ups or whatever. The way Marshall Lee is coloring the first issue is the starting point of what I'm going to be doing, coloring the second issue. Because I haven't, I've colored some stuff, especially using a computer. I have a lot to learn, and more than likely I'll be using my digital tablet. So I'm not sure if that's going to make it easier or it's going to be the same. But I would like to do more than the simplest coloring way, like comics were colored back in the 80s. Like, I definitely want to, not necessarily, I don't love color holds. Being an anchor, I want the artwork to stand out, and I don't want the coloring to drown it. So very certain things, specifics in mind. I really won't know until I start tackling it and see what's possible and what's not possible, at least as far as my capabilities and skills go. So we shall see. Some of my favorite books that I followed, like specifically when it comes to a sort of superhero indie comic that I followed from the beginning, that just got better and better with each issue, was Nexus, which is Mike Baron and Steve Rude. And the first issue was clunky artwork. It was good. It was really good. Even then, Steve was a better artist than maybe I'll ever be. But it was a lot stiffer in the beginning, and it was black and white, and it wasn't, weren't clear on probably, if it would succeed or not, or I know, like with this project, with Retro, and with everything that will follow, it's like, it's not so much important if it succeeds a lot. Life will be easier. I won't deny it. If it does well, especially if it does really well, then I'll have a certain amount of income, and then I have a certain amount of popularity with the book. But if it sells decent enough, then that's okay. Then I can do the second issue, the third issue, the fifth issue, the 20th issue. If it does really well, I can probably guarantee that the book will come out more frequently. Because then I'll have to pay for the shipping and the printing, pretty much with money in hand, if it's selling that well. But if it doesn't, then it'll just take longer. I want to get to a place where if not putting out bi-monthly books, at least putting out every month. We'll see how it goes. You know, I've always said it'll take me a couple of years to really get all things started, since I'm planning books, all 7 character books, and 7 character books and then 1 team book. So we're talking about a lot, and I'll be working with a lot of people. But you know, I've always told everybody involved that, you know, I'm putting each of them on a book, and hopefully that can make, you know, 1/3 of their salary. So, you know, go off and whether you want to focus on commissions or do prints or take on other, you know, drawing other books or drawing your own books, you know, then have at it. You know, I think we can both succeed better by putting out, you know, me putting out my books on a regular basis than you focusing another part of your career on your own work. And we'll both do better because of it. So let's see. It's just after 12 here. And I've gone over an hour. As clunky as the start was, I think we have a decent episode. So I thank you all for checking it out. I'm going to try this one last time. It wasn't working before, but bear with me a second. All right. So if I do this, why doesn't it pop up? Yeah, bastard. All right, it's there. Oh, wait, there we go. Ta-da! All right. Here we go. This would probably take a second. Maybe not. Why don't you want to work with me? Oh, screw it. All right. Never mind. Thanks again for joining. Please give this video a like. Share it with your friends. If you want to go buy some of my artwork, hit up my art rep at Legendary Illustrations. Philip Russet. He also hosts his own comic conventions. Great guy. And the website is up, so you can all check that out. I'll put the link in as soon as I grab it. But thank you, and hopefully I'll be streaming again soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. And